Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we have a couple of little fun things that we're going to do, okay? So what we have in store for you today is we are going to talk a little bit about all these little goodies that I got when I went to Washington, and I got to meet two YouTubers here, and that is Renee with Beauty and More with Renee, and then Tish with Trouble with Tish. I got to meet both of them at Washington at Ocean Shores, and they didn't know that I was bringing them a gift, and I had no clue they were bringing me one either. So we got to exchange gifts, and it was so sweet. I brought them a little gift basket about a little bit of everything from Kansas, from where I'm at, and then they just loaded me up with a whole bunch of goodies. And so I wanted to show those to you, and I have a whole bucket full of little empties. Not all my empties make it to this basket, just the ones I remember to put there. So I'll go over some of my favorites and my fails, what I'll purchase again, and that kind of thing. And so if you'd like to hear that and a little bit about the trip that I went on, then just keep watching. I hope you enjoy this content, and it is brought to you ad-free. I have decided here on my channel that I am going to go ad-free. And the reason I'm going to do that, even after working my tail off to get to a certain number that YouTube wants us to reach, is because they are making a ton of money.
And Lord forbid if they watch this.
I don't know what they're going to do, but they are making a ton of money off of us that work our tails off, and they pay us 20 cents per video, right around there. So why torture you guys with ads? It's not going to happen anymore. So I am going to remove all ads from all my videos. And you may see this over and over again. I'm just reminding you that you're going to get ad-free content here on my channel. If there is a way that you would like to support this channel, join me on Patreon. I will have all that information linked down in the description box, or you can join the YouTube memberships. Just know that they take about 40%. So that is how you can help out this channel if you enjoy this content and what I provide here. Just to let you know, I buy about 90% of all of my products on my own. There's only a select few that I get in PR, and so it all comes out of my pocket. I am also in control of what all I show here. So if you do have anything that you suggest that you'd like to see, just leave it in the comments for me. And if you're new here, I hope you decide to stick around and get to know us here. We are just like a little makeup family here. We love makeup and we love to chit chat and have a good time. So please hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and I hope to see you around. All right. Back to the programming. I'm so glad you guys decided to stay. Okay, we're going to start out first with this basket. Tell you a little bit about the trip. We left here out of Kansas. We went into Colorado. I stayed with Cynthia. She's my oldest daughter. And then Emily, she's the second oldest. And then it was me, my husband, my youngest son was there, and my girls' husbands and the children, my grandbabies, were all there at a house that we rented at an Airbnb in Colorado. This was a huge trip. We normally don't take trips like this, and we definitely don't travel this many miles as we went, but I needed to go see my son. I have a son that lives in Washington, and I haven't seen him in a few years, and I have been missing him like crazy, and I just said, you know what? Let's just do a road trip. So that's what we did. I would 10 out of 10 not recommend, only because if you're not able-bodied, don't do it. That's first off. Second off, it is much cheaper to fly. Just fly straight there and spend your money there, because it just was eating out every meal, and just, it was craziness. Okay. It was crazy. I'm going to be recovering from this trip for quite some time, physically and monetarily. Okay. So, all right. But it was worth every bit of it just to see my son and to meet Tish and to meet Renee. Man, I tell you what, I miss them so much. We had so much fun, and we just got along really well, and we giggled. We had a good time. So anyways, this is what they brought, and I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell you what I remember, which is from who, and I think I remember most of it. But if I mess it up, I'm so sorry. I try to remember who said from who, but it was all together. So in my defense, it was all together. So I already have this bracelet on. I've wore this most of the time since I've got it. I just love this bracelet. And this was from Renee. She sells Avon, and I believe this is from Avon. And so I will link their channels down below, and so that you guys can go check that out. But yes, my little bracelet, I love it. I love the colors. And there is another bracelet in here. Let me get that out. This was the box that the bracelet came in, and then this was the second bracelet that was in there, and this is so pretty. This is more dressy, probably something I would wear to church or something like that. But look at the pearls. Isn't that beautiful? And then it has a blue stone that kind of reminds me of like blue lapis. It's so, so pretty. And it's one of those ones that are adjustable. Isn't that pretty? So that is the jewelry part of it. I have a pair of the lashes on, and then there was a whole bunch more lashes in here that Miss Tish, because she knows I love my lashes, and so there's a whole bunch of different styles and everything. She just gave me pretty much one of everything. And so yes, I've wore 2 pairs out of this so far, so these are really good, and I thank you so much, Tishy. And she got me Tish got me these brushes, and I was getting these out and showing the girls because these brushes are really nice, and she did get these from Amazon. And these are, it just says makeup artist on it, but I'm telling you, this little bag is super cute too, little mesh bag. But these brushes look just like my Wayne Goss brushes, and I'm telling them, I'm like, you guys, like these look like the heaviness of the handle, and then the brushes are super, super soft. And so what I'm going to do, I'm not going to take these all out right now, because what I want to do is I'm going to get rid of some of my brushes, because I have quite a few brushes, but these are going to replace them because they are so nice. I was so impressed. Tish, that was just such a huge surprise. Okay, I think it's this one here. Mine's going to be stained, but I'm going to show you my Wayne Goss that looks like this. No, this is the Refer. Okay, because I was like, wait, this one was like sticking up way above all the other ones. Well, let me just show you how similar they are to the Refer. And I kid you not, you would not be able to feel the difference, even the weight of the brush handles. But I can't find my Wayne Goss that looks like this, but Refer is just, you know, it's pretty pricey as well. So there you go. And I'm telling you, blind, if you held these and did this, you would not be able to tell them apart. There's no way. There's no way. That is so cool. I had to show you guys those. I was so excited to get those. This picture, okay, when I first looked at it, I'm like, postcard. I was like super excited, and I was just like, no, that is one of Renee's pictures, because she does photography, mind-blowing. Some of the pictures I've seen, but that's how good it is. Like, I don't think you could get any better shooting a picture than that. That is just absolutely stunning. You know, just the crispness of everything and the trees and everything. It's just gorgeous. So I'm so excited to have I'm excited to have one of her pictures.
All the little lights flying around my head right now. Okay.
I'm just excited to have one of her pictures. Let me get that out of my mouth really quickly before another disruption. But I'm excited to have one of her pictures. I'm going to put it in my background. I'm going to be moving around my background as well. I'm going to redo the walls, and I want to just display art and different things like that. So I have some pictures. I have these amazing stickers that my friend Joe sent me that have all these amazing sayings on them. And so I just want to redo my background in some way. So soon to come, hopefully within the year, because you know. All right, my life is a little crazy. And this is a Violet Voss Whispering Rose. And let's take a peeky peek. Oh, this is blush. That is exciting because I have never tried their blushes, so I'm super excited to try that. I'm going to just leave it out of the box because I'm going to put it over with my blushes and start using it. And then there is a headband, and y'all, I use these all the time. I've even went onto Mercari and bought the ones that people didn't want that were part of like a BoxyCharm thing or something. So, or maybe it was something else. I love these. And the ones that I have are the ones that have like a big bow on it, and they're pretty heavy and pretty thick. This one is lightweight and not as heavy. And sometimes, like if I'm starting to get a headache or something, I don't want that heaviness. So this one's going straight to my bathroom. And when I take a bath, a lot of times I will wear these if I am wearing a face mask. So like if I'm putting on like a clay mask or something like that, I put these on my hair. And then also I will use these just to keep my hair up off of the water whenever I'm soaking. And I also use them to remove my makeup at night. So tonight, like if I didn't want to do anything with my hair, I'd put my hair back and I'd take off my makeup and I'd have this on my head. So I wear these all the time. So I was so excited to get this. So that was all the amazing gifts that I was so surprised. I was not expecting it at all. And so it was so funny because I surprised them with their gifts at dinner the first night that we saw them. And then, and then later on at the night when we were getting together and going through our makeup just to kind of see what all we brought, they surprised me with this. And I was just like, oh my goodness, thank you. I was not expecting it. So anywho, that is all the amazing goodies. I wanted to hold those aside until I got to show them to everybody and just tell you it was such an amazing time. We went to Colorado first, and then we were supposed to make it up to the Oregon coast, but I started not feeling well on the trip, pain and stuff like that. I just don't do well traveling. I get blood clots very easily. So I had to pace myself. We stopped a lot. The travel was awful. We had a lot of bad weather that we ran into, tornadoes that hit, and we had warnings, and we had no service. We had horrible roads, construction, couldn't see. It was awful. Up in the mountains with cliffs. I mean, it goes on and on and on. I did a full-length explanation of the whole trip with my husband on my membership and Patreon, so they got to hear the full thing, but it was a lot. It was a lot. And then we went to Snoqualmie Falls, which was absolutely gorgeous. We stayed in a place called Cle Elum, and it was in between Snoqualmie, where my son lives, and Ellensburg, where Gabby lives, which is his girlfriend. So we stayed kind of in the middle, which was Cle Elum, because I really didn't know which way he was going to stay. And so we stayed in the middle there, which was good because we ended up going to Leavenworth, and Leavenworth was a German town there in Washington, and it looks like it was plucked out of Germany and just placed right there in Washington. It was so much fun, and lots of shops and food and everything. So we had a good time there, and we just did lots of things. We went around, Little Stomping Grounds was, and what all he enjoyed. And when we came back down, we went through, the end of Washington. We went into Wyoming and went to Yellowstone, and we went through Montana, and we went through Wyoming for Yellowstone, and then back through Colorado and back home. And we hit more storms. We hit hail. It was a mess. It was a mess. And I keep telling people 10 out of 10, do not recommend, because I don't. I will never go on that long of a trip ever again. I will fly somewhere if it's that long, or I'll take shorter, small trips. But I'm so glad I did it. It's done. It's over with. I'm recovering, and I'll continue to recover, but it was so much fun. Feeling very blessed. And yeah, I wouldn't trade it for anything, but I just wouldn't do it again. That makes sense. Okay. All right. Now for the empties. Let's just get right into it. Let's keep moving on. I have finished another one of these bad boys. These are my cleaners. The Cinema Secret, it's the way to go. I used to dip my brush and then swirl it around and then dry it off on a towel. I do not do it that way anymore. I found an easier way. It dries quicker. It cleans it better. So what I do is, this is like the travel spray. Once I was gone with the travel spray, I just filled it up with the regular Cinema Secret, and I just spray the brush, and then I do little circles on a towel, and I get it clean. And if I need another spray, because there's a lot of pigment in it, then I do another spray, and I just keep doing it till it's clean. And let me just pull one out. Actually, the one that I showed you, the Refer, pigments are going to stain, you know, when you have a white bristle. But this is my Refer, and I just cleaned them. They're so soft. They go right back to their shape. I have tried every way of washing my brushes, and they used to take me for hours and hours and hours to go through and wash all my brushes, and for them then to dry would take 24 hours or so for them to dry when I used to use brush soap or regular like bar soap, just all of it. It would always take forever to dry. This way, I literally spray it, it disinfects it, it dries immediately. It goes back into my deal and it is ready to go with no pigment on it. Like, I mean, let's see here. Let's grab that one back out. And then this one here was another one that I just did. Like, you know, there's no pigment left on these. And you know me, I'm always using color. You know, there's nothing left in there. I buy it in here. I fill it up in here. I'll actually probably get a bigger spray bottle, but I took this with me up into the mountains. It wasn't in this bottle. I decided to use one of my empty Dewy Set bottles. It didn't go over well. My Dewy Set didn't explode, but my cleaner that was in here did. And it exploded all over my Melt Cream blushes. So they all smelt like this, which it's not a bad smell, but it's not a smell that you want to smell very strong and for a very long time. They evaporate. That's the wonderful thing about this. It does not disturb cosmetics at all. And it didn't. It didn't mess with my formula of my melt, and it soaked it. So happy about that, but you know, I was a little sad when it happened. So that would have been one of my empties. This is my tried and true. I went through so many bottles of this. This is the one cosmetic item in my whole entire collection that I repurchase and repurchase and repurchase and repurchase, and I have for years, and I've went through so many bottles. Like, this is one of my tried and trues. I don't like any of the other kinds. I just like this one, the original. That's it. That's it. The Dewy Set setting spray. Love it. This is a Truffle Therapy Illuminating Skin Refreshing Mist. Do not like. It's minty. It doesn't feel good on my skin. It dries my skin. It's not refreshing. I don't like this stuff. I mean, in the spray, that particular. There's some items that I do like that they make, but not that one. This was the never-ending setting spray. If you've ever had a Morphe spray, it just is a never-ending spray. It never goes away. It goes on and on and on. It's a continual spray. They are not getting. I'm not a big Morphe fan of hardly anything, and their spray is okay, but I wanted it gone. I was so tired of it. So I was just like, when will this stop? Baltiste, way too perfumey. No. This was the best one. Tropical's the best one out of all of them, but I stay away from them. This is a good brand. This is Amika and Silken Up Dry Conditioner. This is like a shiny dry shampoo, which I think is pretty counterproductive. I didn't like this, but I do like Amika, but I don't like this product. So the Silken Up, not so much. The Kate Somerville Wrinkle Warrior Eye Gel. I used this for a while underneath my eyes. It does absolutely nothing. I thought it was doing a little something, but then it was not doing anything. So temporary maybe, and then it just didn't do anything. So I kind of started using it for the backs of my hand. So not impressed. This I really didn't like either. This is the Pink Diamond Instant Lifting Lift and Rhodial. It's just a serum. It's just a serum, and it does serum-y things, but no real wow, I see a difference kind of thing. Pravana Fresh Dry Shampoo. I did like this one. The Pravana, it was nice. It didn't have a really strong smell, and I appreciate that because not everybody wants their hair to have a punchy in the face kind of smell to it. So dry shampoo is really good at doing, you know, the scents a little strong. So I wish they would back down a little bit. And so whenever I can find one that doesn't have too much smell to it, then I'm like, ooh, like that one. Okay, this is the Glow BioRenew EFG Drops. I like this, but it went bad. It went bad. And I think I got this in the FabFitFun box. And yeah, this is just in the empties because it went bad. I like my Good Molecules. I have not found anything that like really makes a difference until I found my Good Molecules. So I've been enjoying my skincare with them. Glow Recipe, this is full because this has always been nasty and I'm too scared to use it on my face. This is the Watermelon Glue PHA and BHA Pore Tightening Toner and Hydrating Pore Refiner. This is like milky and gross. And so I just don't know if I got an old one, but it always has settlement in the bottom and like it's just slimy. And I just, I didn't trust it. Didn't trust it. It just looked old to me. So I didn't use it. It never really felt good on my face either. Super slimy. And I just couldn't do it. Okay. So, and then I used a big deal of the Bum Bum cream. I did buy this for a Black Friday Thanksgiving, not this last year, but the year before. And so this did take a good year to go through. And this was pretty much all I used. So that's a good, it's a good little value for having that lotion for a year. It also came with a surfboard that was made out of silicone that you could dip out. It was about this. I still use it. It's upstairs and in my bathroom. And so it's a surfboard. It's a pink surfboard that's about this long and it's, rubbery, and you just dip it out and you put it on so you don't have to dip your hands into the lotion. It was kind of cool. So that is all the empties that I remembered to put in here for you guys, and I hope you enjoyed hearing what I liked and what I didn't like. Bum Bum cream is amazing. I'm not going to repurchase. I decided to not spend my money there. Definitely always going to repurchase this. I'm never going to try this again. The one that was empty, I will always replenish this because this is my tried and true and will never go away until something else beats it out, which it's going to be hard to do. The challenge is on. And this one, good. Will I buy it? I hardly buy any dry shampoo. I usually get it in like FabFitFun or something. Baltiste, no, never again. Too strong. This, I was happy to see it gone. It is never getting replaced. Oh, shoot. Same with this. Don't need it in my life anymore. Nope. 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 And nope. Okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed this little review over everything and the story about my trip and seeing everything that Tish and Renee had surprised me with. And I will link, like I said, their channels in the description box. Please go over and show them some love. And I will link the little videos that we did together. We did a live stream. We went serial killer hunting, and we had so much fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until the next time I see you guys, I hope glitter catches your eye but never goes in it. Take care. Bye-bye.